Good morning, everyone. So I am on a different device, one of my older devices, because my phone storage is too full, and I'm still uploading videos. So here we go. All right. So this topic is like the underground. All right. So my information, my memory is coming back on a lot of things. So just to let you know what's going on as it come out. So the underground. When it comes to I'm gonna start with like Harriet Tubman. Okay, when it comes to Harriet Tubman, okay, first and foremost, she channeled my spirit. That was me. Okay, that was my spirit to get people out. When y'all look at the Underground Railroad, it was still technically above ground, but then at the same time there was things underground. Reason how Harriet Tubman was able to figure out how to get out is because she could see. She was a visionary. She could see things. And that's how she figured out where to go and how to go, because of the source of the light. She could see the light. She could tell who was the light, which was me. Okay. Okay. Yep. It was me. I can tell who is good people and who is bad people. So I was the one that helped get the slaves out back in the day. Where'd my heart go? I know you keep falling in love with me, but you ain't gotta let it fall that hard. Okay. So when it came to Harriet Tubman, reason why she was able to get so many people out is because she could tell who was good and who was bad. Because it was me. I can feel people's energy, any people's spirit, and I could tell if they are a good person or a bad person. That's how she knew where to go and how to navigate through the people, because it was like this. How in the world did Harriet Tubman figure out where to go and what people to trust? Because she can check the spirit. She was able to check the spirit, and that's why so many people could trust her. Because even though as slaves there was black slaves that she knew you couldn't trust, and when she came to the collective and she started talking to the different ones and say, hey, come on, let's go, I can get us out of here. I know where to go at. Y'all come on with me. You ready to go? Come on. Because for me, like I tell you, I'll go in that shell in a heartbeat and pay attention to people patterns and everything. So I start paying attention to people patterns and paying attention to when they was leaving, when they going, who they go with, how many they go with, who they took, what they took, and all of that. I was paying attention. I just sat back and watched. Also, I didn't just watch the masters. I watched the slaves. I watched the people I was around. So I started noticing okay, some of those slaves was on the wrong, was tainted spirits. So this is the thing. Even though the white people was controlling, they had demonic spirits in some black people to keep people from not wanting to move. Oh my God, that's what it was. So as in your life, in your journey, right, have you been around, as black people, have you been around people and you be like, man, we got to do better with ourselves, and they like, man, we ain't got to do all that, just let them folks do what they been doing, they be alright, just let them do what they been doing. And you're like, why you keep trying to be a slave, man? Why you keep sitting back and allowing folks to treat us this way? We need to make change. Because there were spirits that they had in black people. Those demonic spirits was keeping people there. Okay. And that was a thing. So even though you go back into like the Lynch, Willie Lynch syndrome, that was one part. It was a reality. The other part, it was spiritual. They had spiritual demonic spirits in some of the black people to keep the other black people from believing. They'd be like, no, we ain't gonna go, don't do it. So as myself, I could tell there was demonic spirits in these people trying to keep us stuck in slavery. Slavery was a choice. Okay. Slavery was a choice, and there was some demonic spirits that was controlling those people and saying, don't, no, we're gonna stay, we got a shelter, we got this, we got that, we're gonna stay. My spirit knew, hold up, y'all trying to convert us, y'all trying to keep us bondage. So I trust the light. And how I did it was by paying attention to people patterns. I knew when to leave. So what I did was I started talking to people, the ones I trusted. I started talking to them. And then I had to prove myself. So I'll be like, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say something to this person, right? And we already had this conversation. I'll be like, I'm going to go say something to this person. And I'm going to tell them, like, hey, we're going to do this and do that. Watch what they're going to do. They're going to say this, and that. They're going to say this and that. They like, nah, they ain't going to do that. They ain't going to do that. They gonna come with first. But they ain't going to do that. I'm like, yes, they are. They going to do that. They're going to do that. I don't know, I changed my voice. Go to that person, that black person. I tell them the situation. And everything that I said, how it's going to play out, played out exactly like that. That's how I start getting people to trust me. Just to let you know, even though Harriet Tubman had saved a lot, there was a lot that stayed behind. Because they were stuck to that demonic spirit. So anyway, how I was able to get through this process was because I can check the spirit. So when we came up on white people, I tell people to wait behind. I'm like, wait, don't move yet, hold up, don't move. I'll go look, check the spirit. Okay, they're good people. Give me a second, let me talk to them real quick. Tell them what's going on. Hey, look, we slaves. And we trying to get away. We trying to get away. Can you help us? Yeah. Okay. It's such amount of people. Do you think you can help us? Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute. I'll get back to you. Give me a minute. Let me check the area real quick. Cause see, good spirits know good spirits. So they will go talk to their other friends and stuff, because guess what? Just because we went into one house, they had other people's houses that they snuck the rest of us in, because there was a lot of people. And so they'd be like, all right, let me go talk to my cousin and let them know what's going on. Okay, we got you. All right, just stay here. And then they'll make a decoy for the people that was against us. They'll have a decoy to go get them, and then that's how we'll get through. Yeah, that's how we got through. That's how we was able to get through. That's how I was able to get in and get back so many times, because I told them what it was. But this is a kicker though. Because of who I am, I already knew their spirit. So when nobody was looking, I'd tell them certain things that was going on. And that's how they knew who I was in the spirit. I didn't have to really go deep, but I knew certain things about their lives. And I would tell them. And that's why they always trusted me. So, yeah, that's how we navigated through. And once we got through there, I always told them, hey, I'm going to come back. Is it okay if I come back to your house to get back to Nate's? Because you have to realize, once we got through, I had to get back. So I had to go back to these same houses. So when I come back to these same houses, this is what I do. I would do a trade-off. I never use anyone, okay? So I figured out something that they needed. I'm like, look, if you help us, I help you with this situation. So once I got them to freedom, I figure something out and I bring that information back to them. That's how they was able to prosper in their lives. I don't take people for granted. So anytime if I use your information or you help me, I'm gonna help you with something. So that's why I had to come back. They ain't never talk about that, right? They talk about getting there, but they ain't talk about how she got back. Okay, that's how I got back. Figure out something they needed. Once I got them out, I get that information or I get that stuff and I bring it back to them. And that's how we became family. We became friends, and they helped me through this process. And that's how there was more people that, oh my God, there was more people to help. I'm seeing this as I go talk, y'all. There was more people that became help, because what they did was they started talking family members, and it was like, hey, look. I know y'all don't like the black people, and I know this and that, but I need to tell you something. And I would give them information to tell that next person. And that next person knew that nobody didn't know about the situation. And when they found out, it was like, oh my God. Literally like, oh my God. And so that's how we start getting more people on our sides to help us out. It was more people that was for us than was against us. But they pretended around the other people they didn't like us. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot more that wanted to help us. But they had to pretend and run other family members like they hated us. So if for some reason someone lied or got hurt in the process, they probably would have had to pretend like they didn't like them. A lot of times I can see it. So there was times that people were sick and they didn't have the strength to get through or whatever, and so they get caught in the process. But what I would do is tell that person, hey, this person got caught back there. I need you to help them. I need to help them. So what will happen is they'll go and talk to their friends and be like, oh yeah, I heard that these niggers and was out here and this and that or whatever, and I'm gonna come out there to help you out. I'm gonna come out there to help you out. I got them. I'm gonna take them for you. I get them for you. I'm gonna take them for you. And lo and behold, they was on our side. But they'll go pick up the person and take them, and they ain't gonna lie, they will do some little reckless stuff because they had to make it look real. They'll probably hit on them or something, do something, but not to the stream. Okay, not to the stream. And they'll do a little something to make it look like they literally don't like this person, and then they'll take them back to the house and they'll let them stay there. But they'll make a decoy in a situation, so they'll let them stay there, and they knew I was coming back, so they'll get them back healthy, give them the medicines and stuff that they need to get better, and then when I come back, I'll pick them up on the next round. Yeah, I can see everything. It's a lot of fake hate in this world, just to let y'all know that. It's a lot of fake hate. There's a lot of undercover stuff where people look like they hate y'all, but they love you at the same time. But they got to make it look good to the people that's around them, because they don't want them to know that they really like you. But yeah, there was a lot of folks, a lot of white folks that actually helped out more than you think. But they only televised the bad stuff because they wanted y'all to stay scared. But it was a lot more white people that actually did care back then. Just to let you know. So, when it comes to this process in the world, undercover or underground, same thing. The reason why it was called that is because people had to be undercover, pretend that they was something that they're not. No different than an undercover cop, an undercover boss. Turn it down just a little bit, baby. Thank you. Yeah. It was a lot of people that was undercover, pretending to be evil and hateful, even though they wasn't, and they was trying to help. Don't get me wrong. Some people wasn't sure what to believe. But see, the thing about it is, those black spirits that was at the slaves, they was controlling the masters. See, demonic spirits, they don't care about labor. They don't care about all of that stuff. They just like torturing people. A demonic spirit would do hard labor all day long just to see somebody else suffer. Because they got to be right there in the scene. They got to be up close in person to watch somebody suffer. So a lot of these slaves, they was actually controlling the masters. Think of the movie Saw. What Saw do? He was right there watching the people suffer while he was suffering. Those demonic spirits don't care. So a lot of times when the slaves was getting tortured, some of those demonic spirits was getting tortured because the dominatrix, they was getting off on it. To y'all, to your ancestors, to y'all, it looked like they was suffering, but they was loving it. They was loving it. But yeah, a lot of times when these masters was beating on some of y'all, I'm gonna say y'all because technically you are your ancestors. When they was beating on y'all, it was because one of your friends was mind controlling the slave master to do that to you. Yep. Yo, it was the ones that was in the house. It was the ones that was in the house that was doing it. Because wow. It was because the darker you are, the more energy you have. They was ciphering y'all energy. That's why they was on the inside. They was ciphering y'all energy and draining y'all. That's why y'all stayed outside so long, because they was draining y'all energy. They was draining y'all energy and using it for themselves. Now, that's not all of them. Some of them converted other ones over. But back in the day, slavery time, everybody had special gifts. They had gifts. A lot of them had special gifts. But they were scared to use them because there was someone very powerful that was over them. Actually, so how is it that we have special abilities now, but we didn't have it then? And it was more, the power was stronger then than it is now. That's why I said. That's why me and Ye said it was a choice. Y'all didn't use your spirit, your gifts the way you're supposed to. You were scared of it because they kept beating you and doing all these things to you to make you scared to use it. They know y'all was using those gifts. They know y'all was using it. And what they do, they kept breaking you down, no different than reality, breaking you down so you don't focus on it. But it was your own friends, your own family members that was using them on you, using their abilities to keep you stuck in, because the demonic side loves torture. The demonic side loves torture. It loves torturing people. That's where it gets the energy from, to see somebody being tortured. Like no different than when a slave master, R-A-P-E, I'm just spelling because my son, he knows, rape a person. When they rape a person, they was there watching. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that all white people are innocent. I'm not saying that at all. Because some of them they loved the energy. They saw it. They felt that energy. They loved it. They loved the power that they had over y'all. But it was some of your own people that was using them to get at you. But they loved it. That's why they was the way they was. That's why they became evil the way they was. Because they got that energy within them. How did they be able to control? Because they needed power. They needed a source. They needed strength. So, as I said, everything's a choice in this world. It's just about how you utilize the source. So, just to let y'all know, it's just something that came to me or whatnot. So when y'all sit back and looking back in time, and y'all getting mad because of what y'all ancestors went through, a lot of times the ones that's mad is because your ancestors was the ones that actually was torturing people. Again, why is it that we have people that dab in voodoo and spells? You tell me they didn't have that then? They had it. They was putting spells on each other. Your ancestors, the slavery, the masters really wasn't the masters. It was the slaves against the slaves. Because y'all didn't know how to utilize y'all energy the right way. That's why the whole Willie Lynch thing came about. Because they didn't want y'all to realize that's what it was. They didn't want you to realize it was your personal power that was causing the issue. So someone was smart enough to create the image that it was black against the dark against the light, and the big against the small, the women against the men. Somebody just threw a title on it so y'all wouldn't focus on the true source. Because if y'all would have known that, hey, why we fighting against each other? Because see, you have to remember, why are y'all mad at each other? Want to know why you mad at each other? Because you was mad in the first place that your own family sold you in the first place. What happens to energy? We take it. It's misdirected anger. It wasn't so much y'all never took it out on the white folks that actually bought you. You took it out on your own people. See, when y'all go look at slavery time, they make it look like everybody was kumbaya. No, y'all was not. Y'all was not no kumbaya. Because if you was kumbaya, don't you think y'all would have kumbaya out of there? Think about it. If y'all was really kumbaya, y'all would have kumbaya out of there. Y'all was fussing and fighting. Instead of taking that in, coming together, y'all was fussing and fighting back and forth with each other. It was no. What you see now is what you had went through later. I mean, back in the day. What we do as black people, fuss and fight, misdirect the anger. You're mad at everybody else, but the people you're mad about, you don't fuss with. But you fuss with the people that actually care about you and love you. But it's different. You misguided anger. Back in the day, slavery was a big fight. That's why they used to have kids fight each other. They learned it from us. Because how did they figure out about boxing? Where did boxing originate from? Black people. They saw how we was fighting against each other, and then they start making money off of it. So all those Negro slavery songs y'all was singing, yeah, y'all might was singing some, but y'all was fussing over food and everything. Y'all was back and forth. And what's so crazy is this. The white people, oh my God. Reason why y'all was getting beat was because they was trying to control y'all, because y'all kept fighting. That's why they couldn't stop y'all. Y'all was super strong. Y'all kept fighting all the time. So that's why y'all got beat up by whipping chains. Because they had to keep breaking y'all up. They was trying to teach y'all how to work together. When the white folks brought y'all, wow. Everything's a lie. Everything's a lie. So when the white people bought y'all, right? They bought y'all because they was trying to take y'all y'all supposed to been free. That's what it was. But your black people, right? They done sold y'all. And then they put a spell on the white people after they sold y'all. They put a spell on them to torture y'all. Because guess what? They didn't want them to have... It's like this. How many of y'all have drug deals that go bad? That the person end up taking the drugs and the money. They took y'all with a drug and the money. They was like, we're going to give them a bad supply. Because they didn't care about y'all. It was about the energy that they wanted. Think about sacrificing. Think about kids being sacrificed. Y'all was sacrificed so they can receive the energy back to them. So they put a spell on the white folks. So when y'all went through the water and stuff, that's why a lot of y'all got sick and everything. That's why there was spells been put on y'all. Y'all got sick and stuff because y'all was sacrifices. So the ones back at the motherland can be able to have y'all energy. Why? Like again, how in the world we didn't have voodoo spells and all that? Because they was channeling through the white people. So your spirits transfer. So they was inside the white people. You heard that? Beating y'all behinds. And the reason, and then the white folks, they were starting to notice what was going on. Because guess what? No different than you. Those spirits jump in and jump out, jump in and jump out. The white folks didn't want to tear y'all behinds up. Y'all was fighting so much because of the energy, like cats and dogs. So what happened? They couldn't stop y'all. So they used the whips. How many of y'all spanked your kids? But it got so bad to the point that, like I said, those spirits was being attached. And that's why it became the way it was. They was torturing y'all. Your own people was torturing you for the power. And then over time, the white people, they start noticing, you know what? If we can't beat them, we're gonna be like them. How many of y'all in these secret societies? For what? The power. For the power. Those secret societies didn't just start at one point. They started at the beginning. No different than, like I said, when it came to the white people, some of them was on board, some of them wasn't. How many of y'all know about there was slave masters out there that was actually nice to their slaves? There was some white people that was out there actually nice to their slaves and giving them stuff and doing stuff and working as a team. Yep. They was trying to teach you. See, they was learning from you as you supposed to have learned from them. They was trying to teach y'all how to work together and work together as a unit. It wasn't so much that some of them, some would bought you, but they was trying to show y'all how to have a better life. How did some of y'all learn how to do certain things? Because they was teaching you at the same time. We supposed to learn from each other. But what happened was, over time, the energy got so strong, no different than the high societies. What happened? Over time, they got so caught up and they start loving that power. They start loving that energy. And that's why they start going, that's why they start putting more stuff out there, because the energy got too strong. So over time, the slave unit got worse. And now the white people became in control, because now they like, you know what? Let's do it. They accepted the deal. Let's do it. Let's do it. So again, that's how Harriet went through that process and she started noticing what was going on, which was me. I started noticing what was going on. I was like, oh, heck nah. Because they knew something was up. They knew something that was up with me. I was transferred through a lot of plantations. A lot of plantations. I was a healer. They kept transferring me, and that's how I knew what was going on. Because I wasn't sure myself. I was like, what is this? What's going on here? I kept getting transferred from plantation to plantation. But I started meeting people along the way. Because there's earth angels. I was meeting people along the way, and I was having spiritual conversations with them like, hey, what's this? What's going on here? What's going on? Because see, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. I had ideas, but I didn't know who I was. And I started noticing stuff, and I started building friendships along the way. How did she know? How did she get the map in the first place? Because I built friendships along the way with the people in the towns and stuff. When they walk past me, I give them that look. Wherever I was at, because they took me out. They took me out of the plantation. I was the only person that got to get out of the plantation. I was the one that helped them to create deals with other people for other things. Because they saw my ability on how I was able to calm people down. They noticed they was like, how in the world with these big tail men and these people, how in the world she comes up out of nowhere and everybody just calm down out of nowhere? How is she able to do this? They even noticed that their own people would come in, be on some dumb time. And they started noticing, how do these people? Yeah, they started noticing things. Because I had the ability. So they started using me. They started using me for different things. To get different things for different situations. So I had to go along and play and get along. But then when I started realizing why they was using me, it's one of the things that's like, I knew they was using me, but I was like, let's see how far this gonna go. Let me pay attention to stuff, because I don't want to go and do something prematurely. Let's see how far this really gonna go. Let's see how far this really gonna go. So I started paying attention to stuff. And then that's when eventually I said, okay, I got enough information now. I know how they operate now. I know what the patterns are. I know what's going on. Let's get up out of here. Because this situation, they telling me on one end, everything's going to get better. We got you. We're going to get better and this and that. Because no different than these secret sides. What y'all been doing in the spirit. Oh, we care about you. We love you. We got you. Can you still help us out with something? We got you. We're gonna make sure you're okay. Okay, cool. Start realizing how that's a lie. I'm still stuck in the same place, eating the same food, going through the same mess, getting hit upside my head just so people can think that I'm still one of them. But y'all know I ain't like them. Y'all using me. So since y'all using me, I got you. My life story, I've been just breaking free from stuff all my life. Lives. But yeah. So y'all about to find out a lot of stuff in history ain't real. It's not true. You're gonna find out the stories been like all the stories that y'all been sitting back searching and researching and stuff is not real. Every story was created to keep you in bondage, to keep you programmed to think one thing so you can't become who you're supposed to be. Every story has lies in it. So that's why I keep telling y'all, stop focusing on the history. Focus on this and you get the true facts. Because y'all keep running through these books and thinking that just because somebody wrote something in a book is real. Not everything you read is real. So all I gotta say is this. If you want to find a light, go to your Underground Railroad. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.